Hey everybody, NCSBN001 here. Sorry for the slight delay. I had to use the bathroom. Anyways, hope y'all have had a good week so far. Tonight, we are going to be jumping right back in to LEGO Star Wars PS2 version because it's a lot of fun. A fun, chill game to play. Anyways, we currently have 382,000 studs, which actually isn't all that bad. That's actually better than I would have expected after beating just, well, then again, with beating 2/3 of the story. So yeah, currently I have completed the entirety of the first 2 episodes, and I've gotten 2 of the miscellaneous achievements, but we still have a bunch more episodes and stuff to do, so we're not going to be getting done with the game tonight, but it'll be good progress for sure. And of course, I actually forgot to close the game entirely after last stream, so that's why it records 10 hours, even though it definitely isn't. And I did still run into some copyright issues last time, so hopefully that won't be as much of a problem this time. Yeah, I hope y'all have been having a good week so far. Oh crap, no, 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 do-do-do-do. Oh, did I not fill the stud meter in a couple of levels? I may not have, actually. That's very much a possibility. Okay, negotiations was good. Invasion of Naboo. Escape from Naboo. Pod race is actually 100% done already. Retake the palace. Nah, everything from... Huh. Well, you know what? We can start out with a little bit of cleanup. Let's do at least a little bit of cleanup, because we should have every type of character that we now need. Yeah, we've got Darth Maul, so we have Darth Maul, we have Anakin. Yeah, we should have everything that we need. Star Wars Demolition Platinum. I wasn't planning on playing that one. Oh, you know what? Almost forgot. Gotta go full screen. Sorry about that. Now we're into full screen. Okay, so this time we don't care as much about studs. We care mostly about getting the remaining 5 mini-kits. Which actually, we don't have the collectible detector yet, but I do remember this level well enough that I don't think we're gonna have too many problems here. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! And that's not what I meant to hit. And that one we've already gotten. Then over here, I don't think there's anything... Or, wait, actually there might be. Hold on a minute. Alright, use that. So free play. This is the mode where you select your characters freely and switch between them. Making sure I didn't miss anything in here. Nope, we're good. So yeah, you get to switch between your characters at will. Already finished off that one. Already finished the one in this hallway. Have not gotten the one in here yet. For a second I thought it didn't give us a protocol droid. That would have been highly unfortunate. Alright, so this actually might have been one I was able to do previously. No, I don't think it was, because I think you still need to go through this one first. It gave me a lot of characters, actually, which is kind of nice. Never mind, you cannot get this one early unless there's a glitch method, which I'm sure there probably is. I think this game has a lot of them. It's an old game, so naturally it's got some bugs and such to it. Alright, that's mini-kit number 6. And with that, we head back out here. Let's kill some more droids. Yeah, studs don't matter as much, but I still want to pick up any that I can get. I think that's going to be an R2 door, so we can't do anything with that in story. It is. We also have to die as R2-D2, which I can actually knock out that achievement very soon. Dark Maul, of course, is our Dark Force user. We do need a Sith character, or Dark Force character, whatever you want to call them. You are going to need that in order to actually get everything, because there's a handful of collectibles that can only be activated by using a Dark Force character, Sith character, whatever you wish to call him. And they don't seem to be all that worried about me right there. Aha! And we move that out. Oh, never mind, that's not it. That's what we needed. Okay, if you over there, Anakin, can you please switch to a Jedi character for me? It's always a little bit screwier in this game than it is in some of the other ones, because it was the first one, of course. It did give us a lot more characters, though, than we actually needed. And there should be a way to get through there. Aha, yep, the vents. We gotta do something with the vents. That's what we needed. There's no red bricks or anything to find in this game either, which is nice. Oh, I bet we need a super jump to get to that. So Jar Jar is actually marginally useful at times in this game, because he's the first super jump character you get, and he's the only one you get for a while. Okay, activate that. And I think there's something on top of this. Yep. That's our 8th mini-kit. And we're going to quickly die as R2 for a very easy achievement. That's one of the last miscellaneous achievements. I think the only one left is the General Grievous one, which I'll probably save for last. So I'm thinking about maybe starting up in the near future, finally doing a playthrough of Fallout 1, as well as Fallout 2 at some point. Fallout 1, I don't think is like an insanely long game. In comparison to Fallout 2, at least. Or as complicated. But that's going to be something very interesting, because I've never really played the old Fallout games. I played just a tiny bit of one in the past, but I've never really had a computer that could run it correctly. But it looks like this one will, thankfully. So I do want to play that at some point. Been sort of thinking about that. I don't know. I say that, but at the same time, supposedly some toy brand, like, actually just completely accidentally revealed the Fallout 3 remaster as being official. I mean, we already kind of all knew it was going to be a thing. But supposedly someone out there, some toy maker, accidentally leaked some kind of action figure that it references Fallout 3 Remastered. Which would be amazing if true. That means that it might be coming sooner than we think. That will be a glorious day when it does. That will be a day one immediate pickup for me. Probably will try to take time off of work if at all possible, even though I'm not allowed to take time off even to go to the doctor. Which is really fucked up, but that was one I found out very recently as a thing. That one very much pissed me off quite a bit. And we have one mini-kit left. This one is not too bad either. First level's very easy. It's the one that I know the best. And we'll get 50,000 studs for doing everything. Even though we need, 4 million studs to actually master the game, buy everything. Or is it 3 million? It's something like that. It's a lot, though. Die. Yep, he's a command droid, duh. Alright, let's kill the droidicas. Easy enough to kill, but you can also, there's another attack you can use. You can just do your downward sort of spike attack on him and it'll immediately nuke the shields. Honestly, that's probably a better strategy, taking these guys on. Alright, so let's go ahead and stack all these up. We'll have a level done, which is a great way to get started. I want to jump into episode 2 and see why I'm somehow missed one of the, or maybe even 2 of the True Jedi things. Alright, level cleared. So that's our first one of the night done. It's of course a shorter one, so it's not super surprising. Come and stand on the button. And they do not actually actively attack droids, which is interesting, but they will sometimes accidentally shoot them. Okay, level cleared. Easy enough. Easy enough start. Subject you guys to that because that sounds really, really boring. I know it is boring because you're going to be doing it for 2 to 3 hours to get everything. And we can also go ahead and knock out Invasion of Naboo. This one should be a quick one as well. There's only 3 left. One's a child hatch, one's a shootable target. What's the last one? I think a platforming puzzle, if I remember correctly. So this one shouldn't be too bad either. Alrighty. So, over here, shoot the target. Okay, I was about to say, you did get a Jar Jar, right? I would have been a little bit worried if we didn't. But yeah, I also wanted to play this because it's the ACC basketball tournament right now. And I'm watching the games, mostly because Clemson got the late game for today, so I kind of want to watch it even though I suspect that I'm going to be disappointed as usual. In the Brownell era, we tend to, actually start out as a pretty strong team in the early games, and win a lot of our earlier games, and even a lot of our early ACC games, and usually pull off, one major upset per season, and then we just completely fall apart in the last, third of the season. Which is what happened this year. We lost 4 consecutive games. Right near the finale of the season. Games that we definitely could have won in several occasions. Which actually, I'm surprised they haven't... I mean, are they ever going to bring back college basketball? Like the NCAA college basketball, or I guess it'd be EA Sports now? Have they said anything about, ever potentially bringing that back? Now, I never really played those either when I was a children, to be fair. I never really played those, just the same way I never really played the other sports games. Played them a little bit, but not very much. Alright, so there's a child hatch somewhere. That's going to be one of them. Might as well at least get the studs. It's very hot down here tonight. Actually, probably need to turn the AC back on, because it might have been off recently when we had a couple of colder days. Okay, so we got a little secret... No, wait, that's not it. That's not the secret hatch. The secret hatch is a little bit further up. It's right here. I wonder if it's possible to beat the entire game without taking damage. Without using red bricks, of course. I think that would be an interesting thing for, Press A or some of the other challenge runners of games like that. Well, no, they usually do, Pikmin and stuff, more so than something like this. That'd be really interesting to see, though. Alright, 9. Where's that last one? Yeah, they will not attack droids, which is unique among some of these earlier games, because I don't think it's the same way in some of the other ones. Or at least in some of the newer ones. We've got the Lego Batman game coming out this year. That's going to be exciting. Even though I'm nowhere near as big of a Batman fan as I am of, Star Wars. But it's still going to be fun whenever it does come out. And I think we're going to need R2. And there's nothing else over there. I was hoping there might be a secret ledge with something else, but there was not. I also watched one guy who's done a few, like, challenge videos of Far Cry games, which was interesting. Like, beating Far Cry 4 using only the elephant gun, or Far Cry 5 using only the shovel launcher. Which I feel like Min Squad did that challenge at some point, or something similar to it. Maybe it was just, like, beat it using only shovels or something. Where is that last mini-kit? I'm actually now kind of concerned. I don't think I missed anything so far. So we already had nope. And also, no new stuff on Retro Achievements yet that I'm, wanting to play currently. Hopefully someday some games will get released on there. I think, though, still waiting on Just Cause 1. That one's going to be really cool when we eventually get that, because, I mean, that's not that good of a game, in all honesty. But it should make for a fun experience, at least. Or a frustrating one, depending on how they decide to make the achievements. I don't know if that's going to be one where they have to do a simplified list, or if they're going to be able to actually do something cool with it. Because again, it all comes down to being able to code certain things, and I know nothing about any of that, so... Alright, that one's good. Huh. I actually did miss one. Where did I have missed one at? Actually, yeah, where could I have missed one at? The thing is, we can run back through this level, but I'm not really sure where I could have missed anything, unless... Oh, wait, I think it has something to do with these plants, doesn't it? Why do I feel like that's a thing? It's not quite as bad as the one on Kashyyyk later, but maybe that's... I feel like I remember that being a thing. Or I could just be entirely wrong. And somehow forgotten where one of the collectibles is, despite the fact that I played this game fairly recently. I hit all of them just in case, but now I'm slightly concerned. This is why I normally don't go back too much for this until we get the mini-kit detector. My memory is not the best on everything in this game. Nope, wasn't any of that, so... let me head back and see if I can figure out what I missed. Because I got the one on top of the thing that we blow up at the beginning, so it's not that one. I feel like it's something really dumb that I'm just missing. This is not that big of a level, so there's not a lot of places for him to hide stuff. It's not up there. Already checked in there. Well, I guess I didn't fully check this area, so let me recheck it. Now, there's no secrets in here or anything like that, it's just for studs. Okay, let's check other areas then. I already got that one. Already got that one. I may have actually seriously missed one, and I actually don't know exactly where it is. It's not there. Yeah, how could I have missed one here is the big question. See, this is not that big of a level. It's not that easy to hide him in. Huh. I hope it didn't glitch on me or something like that, even though that would be very much par for the course. Well, let's see if I might have missed something back here. If nothing pops up around here, then I'm just gonna have to come back once we have the mini-kit detector, unfortunately. Yeah, did get that one, okay. And then we got this one. Got that one up there. Aha! I bet that's where it is. Got it. Alright, I am semi-intelligent at times. I figured it out. It took more effort than it should have, but I figured it out. I don't know why I didn't try to destroy it the first time through. So that was actually one you could have gotten in story mode. So you can get like 8 of the 10 on this level in story mode. And who knows, maybe there's probably a way to get the child hatch one if you do the correct jumping or something. You might be able to get that one early as well, so you might be able to get like 9 of them in just one run. Yeah, we have the late game today, so I'm hoping that Clemson, we don't crap the bed in this ACC tournament. Like we crapped the bed all toward the end of the season and lost out on the chance of getting a double bye, which would have been like actually amazing. Because we would have had a very legit chance of winning the whole thing with that. Even though, once again, we always fall apart by this time of the season, so I'm not overly confident. But at this point, I'm used to it with basketball. It happens literally every single season. For 10 years now, it's been the same pattern, like every single year, which it's kind of hilarious how predictable it is. I am making Clemson great again in college football by playing with their team in College Football 26, which is at least going to get me some practice and everything and get ready for College Football 27 when it comes out, and maybe I'll have better luck with it this time. Alright, over 500,000 studs, let's go. Yeah, hopefully I'll have better luck with the next college football game when it comes out. Hopefully it won't be as much of a problem. Though this time around, it was more so the game actually had a lot of bugs to it. Okay. I'm not going to go clean up anything else from Episode 1 right now. I want to see what I missed here. Discovery on Camino, Droid Factory, Jedi Battle. I might not have gotten it on Jedi Battle. No, I got it there. Did I not get it on Gunship? I did not get it on Gunship, okay. And I must just not have cared about Count Dooku once I got there, which I think is actually what happened. Because I was very tired on Monday and very out of it. And let's see if there's anything new worth buying. There's some cheap characters that we can purchase. Yeah, most of these guys aren't that expensive. We don't need the other Jedi right now, though. They're kind of a... I kind of want Jango Fett, but not for that price. That's rather expensive. So yeah, for these, we need... I'm going to try to tally it all up here. So 1 million, 1,100,000, 1,175,000, 1,225,000, 1,425,000, 1,000,005, 1,000,006, so 1.6. We'll come back to that one later. 1.6, 1.8, 1.875 plus 750,000 more. So that's about 2.6 million studs for all of the extras. And then, of course, the characters are going to be like another million studs remaining after that, so obviously nowhere near being done with that. Alright, Revenge of the Sith, a very nice-looking little dark room. Definitely the most unique-looking room in the cantina. And we're going to jump right in with a vehicle mission. This one actually is a little bit tougher to get the stud bonus on, simply because you're going to be dying quite a bit if you don't know what you're doing. Alright. Hopefully, though, I've got the music turned off enough to where we shouldn't have to worry too much about it. And let me know if the audio sounds okay, guys, because when I was listening to the previous video, it sounded like the in-game audio might have been too loud at times. So let me know how it sounds tonight. If I need to turn it back up at all, or if it's still too loud. Alright. Oh, it's different flying controls. It's inverted. I didn't know if it was going to be inverted or not. I've actually been playing a little bit of No Man's Sky on the Switch. Just, I'd like to randomly... That's a game that I randomly would just like to kind of pick up at times. Even though it's super confusing to go back to because it changes so much between every time I play it. It's just crazy how good that game is now. And how much they managed to improve it. Like, it's one of the biggest turnarounds in gaming history alongside Cyberpunk and Fallout 76, I would say. So yeah, you don't need a lot of studs on this level to get the true Jedi meter, of course. Three mini-kits down. It's also much easier, though, once you have invincibility unlocked, just simply because you can die so easily with it being a vehicle mission in a spaceship. And that's 5. Yep, 5 down. Okay, we're about halfway through the studs. That's not too bad. And we may not get it this time. We may have to wait until I'm playing it in free play and can get it a little bit more easily there. Now, this is one of the ways I tried to farm studs when I was looking for the best ways to do it. It's definitely the least efficient way that I tried, simply because with this one, yeah, you can get some studs, but you really just don't get enough of them quickly for it to be worth it. The other two methods are definitely better. And the other two methods are definitely better. Which the other two methods, of course, are the bonus level, which is the one that I mainly used. And there's another one that involves basically, not really AFKing, but low-efforting the beginning of the final main story level, the Darth Vader level. I just didn't really feel like that method was actually all that efficient. Like, I just felt like that one was kind of slower. It's more brain-dead, at least, which is nice, so you don't really have to put any effort into it, but I felt like it was just way too slow. Because I felt like if you actually concentrated a little bit, you could get a pretty good amount of studs every time you did the bonus level. So I'll probably use that method again, but I might look at both of them again and just see which one ends up being better. Alright, we got 9 out of the 10 mini-kits, I believe. And there's the last one. Alright, so we're at least going to get all the mini-kits. And that's the end of the level. Oh, we got it! We actually hit the stud meter. Let's go. I will take it. Not my best run ever of the level, but I will take it. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a run. I only died once. Just didn't get a ton of studs, I guess. Alright. And now we go on in. Alright, easy enough. That music is probably what was copyrighted, wasn't it? Okay, this is where the fun begins. 600,000 studs, let's go. Let's freaking go. That's probably the last level we're going to get all of the mini-kits in on our first go. You can't even get all of them in General Grievous, even though that's a super short level. Okay. That one I bet you can probably get to. I bet there's like a glitch method to do it. Because I'm sure that there's glitch methods to get a lot of things in this game. It's old enough. PS2 game and all. Get the blue stud. There we go. And I've actually come back here and see if there's any, like, secret studs or anything. There are not. It was interesting, though, because I looked at the list for the Game Boy Advance version of this game, if I ever decide to do it. It doesn't look really all that difficult. It's like beat the game and a bunch of collectible stuff, which is kind of to be expected for LEGO. That could be one that we could do eventually, because I've never done a Game Boy game. I'm just not sure how to emulate that yet. I don't think I have an emulator that runs Game Boy games. It's like, a lot of people will say, like, RetroArch or whatever it's called, but for the life of me, I cannot get that one to work. Like, I cannot get that one to work for some reason. I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong or just stupid on something, but for the life of me, I cannot get that one to actually work. Because I would have used it for Clock Tower, because it can run a bunch of emulators, like, sort of all in one. But I just have not been able to get that one to work. This should be a mini-kit. Yep. Oh, studs. Oh, I thought it was mini-kit. Well, you know, I'll take the studs anyway. This is a longer level. Episode 3 has several longer levels. It would have been interesting for them to put a super story into this one just because of how short this game is in comparison to a lot of the other LEGO games. Because, like, Episode 1, you can speed run through the first 2 missions pretty quickly. Third mission's a little bit longer. Fourth one's short. Sixth one isn't too long. Fifth one's kind of long. Second movie, there's only 5 of them, so they probably have to make that one actually a different time limit anyway, because Jedi Battle you can get through quickly, Gunship Cavalry and Count Dooku you can get through quickly. Kamino isn't a particularly long level either, it's really just the Droid Factory level. Even that one isn't insane. Then you have Episode 3 where you have the Starship mission at the very beginning that's fairly quick. You have General Grievous, which is fairly quick. You have, what's it called? Darth Vader is a pretty quick one as well. But this level and the Kashyyyk level are both pretty long. Oh, lag there. They're both pretty long. And then there's also the Jedi Temple level's kind of long too, so it would have been interesting to see him put Super Story into this. They might have actually in the complete saga. Because I never actually finished the complete saga. Of course, I've done the Skywalker saga twice now. Because I enjoyed it so much the first time, I actually went back and did it the second time. And I don't regret that in the slightest. I actually had a great time playing it again. Because it was such a great, just casual, chill game to play for streams. It was perfect for it. And still, like, one of my most viewed streams of all time, it might be, like, my second most viewed stream of all time, was a LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga stream. For some reason, it pulled in a lot of views. I don't really know why, but I'm certainly not going to complain about it. So that's part of the reason why I am going to play LEGO Batman. Like, I'm super excited for... Hopefully it's going to pull in a lot of viewership. And, I mean... I like playing a LEGO game sometimes. I mean, I have to be in the right mood to play one for a while, but... when I get that certain itch to play a LEGO game, I want to play a LEGO game. It's an itch that comes around every now and again. It's been a few months since I've had that specific itch, because the last one I did was LEGO Indiana Jones. I think that was the last one, LEGO Indiana Jones. Alrighty, R2, what can you open up for me, buddy? A free mini-kit. I will take it. Yeah, LEGO Indiana Jones was a lot of fun. Had a great time streaming that one. Still had to do LEGO Batman on PS2 at some point. I don't know when that one's going to happen, because that was not one that I played as heavily. I never 100%ed it. I got to like 80% or so, I mean, I definitely played it pretty heavily. Actually, that one might not be the worst thing. I need to see when the new LEGO Batman game actually releases, like its actual release date, and see if maybe I should play LEGO Batman on RetroAchievements first. Because I think that game's coming out fairly soon. Now, we've got other games coming out fairly soon as well that I'm going to be focusing on. Fatal Frame 2's remake or remaster I'm actually very interested in playing. because it's supposedly one of the scariest games of all time. So that should be fun. That starts up, I think, on Friday. So Friday... Did we just have 2 Friday the 13th in a row? I think we did. Yeah, do that for Friday the 13th. Yeah, that's crazy. We've had 2 Friday the 13th in a row, or so far this year at least. You can probably get to that one just by, like, some creative platforming, but there's no reason to. And then the coin game, when it comes out in another week or so, is actually going to be pretty fun. I hope, as long as it's not super broken or something. But that one should be a good time. I love arcades. And that means I can go to an arcade without spending an arm and a leg to play arcade games. Which, to be fair, like, Dave & Buster's is not bad for arcade stuff in terms of pricing, because they do half-price games on Wednesday, so if you go in on Wednesday, it's not really all that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad if you go on Wednesdays, which, of course, today is Wednesday. I haven't been in a while. I mean, it is still kind of pricey to go, and I honestly haven't had any major desire to play any arcade games recently. Because, I mean, a few years ago, I won the MetaQuest 2 there from saving up tickets. Most, like, expensive prize I think they've ever had in terms of the amount of tickets required. And once you do that, you have to wonder, like, you know, where else can you really go from there? You won, like, by far the most expensive prize they've ever offered at any of their locations in terms of ticket value. So then what do you do from there, you know? Like, I feel like everything else is going to be anticlimactic, unless they have a Switch 2, which, I mean, if they have a Switch 2, that'd be worth saving for, because I probably got about 30 or 40,000 tickets still right now. I used to go more often, but honestly, it's just... it's expensive. It's kind of a waste of money. Unless you're maybe with other people. Like, if you're in, like, a group or something, it can be a lot of fun. Okay, get up here. Anakin, I'm gonna have to switch to you here in a second. I don't know why it wouldn't let me switch. I was mashing that triangle button pretty quickly. Well, maybe not pretty quickly, but I was mashing it, so... And he's got it out for Obi-Wan today. There we go. 4 hits down. And we're still a little bit short on the studs, unfortunately. Like, all the arcades around here, we have that one, we have... That's probably my favorite one just for arcade stuff. We have a Freddy's Fun Park, which... Those are fun, at least, for the fact they have a bunch of outdoor activities to do, so they have, like, go-karts and mini-golf and stuff. So it's fun more so for that than it is for the actual arcade, because the actual arcade's fine, but not the best one out there. We have a Spare Time, which to me is rather overpriced for what it is. It's more, I guess, of a bowling place anyway. We have a Main Event, I think is the name of it, which I've only ever seen in a few places. And now we chop off your hand and your head. Anakin very savage in this version of it. Ignoring the fact that Chancellor's the one that told him to go do it. But the one thing the one that we don't have here that I'm really surprised we don't have is a round 1, which is heavily claw machine focused. And they're all over the place in Japan with the Japanese style claw machines. I'm really surprised we don't have one around Greenville, because I would have thought we'd have one of those here before some of these other ones. Because that's honestly less niche. That's one that a lot of people really enjoy because it's very unique. Unique experience. Hey, T-Jade. How's it going? We've caught up a little bit on... Oh, there we go. in terms of, like, some cleanup in this game so far. A couple of levels got 100%ed, and now we're off to Episode 3 to play through Episode 3. Oh man, Florida State actually almost lost that one. Came back on them. Whoever they were playing did. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm playing this game tonight, is because ACC tournament basketball. And I want to see if Clemson can actually manage to not screw things up this year. Because there was a time where we were on top of the ACC. But as with most years, we lose that spot. We're there for like a week. Oh god, this music's going to be copyrighted, isn't it? You guys can, again, let me know if the music sounds, like if any of the volume sounds too loud or too soft. Yeah, this music's absolutely probably one of the ones that's getting copyrighted. I love how I turned off the game music, yet you still get music. It's almost like the settings don't actually matter because they're non-existent. I'm shocked there's not a mini-kit in here. Unless there is one that I forgot about. Alright, let's get out of that hallway and get rid of the music. Alright, we need all the studs we can get. So thankfully we're going to get several hundred thousand from completing other levels with all the mini kits obtained, so we'll get some more from those, of course. Oh, okay. R2, we need you, buddy! Emperor Palpatine, of course, is one of the most useless characters in the game, because he has no weapons or ways to attack, because this game did not have hand-to-hand combat in it. So it has a lot of completely useless characters because of that. Well, a few completely useless characters. Palpatine, the PK droid, even the Gonk droid is more useful because the Gonk droid's invincible. Whereas the PK droid is not, and Palpatine is not. Then again, he is invincible because somehow Palpatine returned. One of the greatest memes of the Star Wars universe. In a bad way, of course. I need to switch my TV over to ESPN2. I think that's what channel our game's going to be on. So let's start in like 15 minutes. Perfect. I'll at least be able to watch it. Magna Guards, a rather obnoxious enemy to deal with because, well, as you can see, they can actually block lightsaber attacks and they can take quite a few hits. And they still fight even when their heads are gone, which is a totally normal thing to do. Studs. Droids. I wouldn't mind getting the invincibility thing done first, though, if at all possible, and then the mini-kit detector, but if we get mini-kit detector first, that's also fine. Because having invincibility means we don't have to worry about losing studs anymore to death. And it's by far the most expensive item. They really did not have good places to hide the mini-kits in this area. Alright, that's going to be the end of this level. Bit of a longer one, but that's okay. Hey, Cassie, how's it going? Is daylight savings or whatever it is affecting anyone else? The time change, whatever you want to call it. I can never remember which one's which. Do it! Do it! Alright, we got 3 new characters. Let's go. Out of the 56 in the game. Another super kit piece cleared. Excellent. And we got half of that one done. Alright, next up is the General Grievous level. Yeah, guys that are now in the chat, let me know if the sound all is good. Because I modified it a little bit from the previous stream. Doing good. Weather sucks today. A loud thunder woke you up this morning. It's crazy. That's what happened in Dallas at like 7:30 in the morning or something. Maybe it was a little bit earlier than that. We just had a massive, massive bit of thunder that just woke like everyone in the hotel up. Like I even got asked by other people that were at the conference, like, did you hear the giant thunder boomer, thunder cloud, whatever you want to call it? And I definitely did, but I was already kind of awake by that point anyway. So this level is weird. This level is super duper weird. Because you can blow stuff up prematurely and it just counts later on, which is really bizarre. It's a bit of a strange level in that sense. Alright, first mini kit, awesome. This level does not do a very good job of hiding the mini-kits because it really just doesn't have a lot of space to work with. Or a whole lot of studs, for that matter, so we don't need a whole lot for this level. Like that, they literally put two on top of each other. Which is kind of hilarious. Commander Cody! It's a bit hard to get the True Jedi meter in this one, just because you can't really get to where most of the studs are on your first time through. It was at 11 a.m. Oh, okay, so you're sleeping until 11 a.m. Oh, man, I wish I could do that during the week. There's some weeks where I could really use that. Especially weeks like this, where a certain person within our coworker group is being a massive pain in the ass. But I went off on that tangent on Monday, because that was basically my Saturday, so... So the funny thing is, we can blow that up now, and the effect will be used later. It's really weird. And we got the True Jedi meter, which is good. You only need like 4,000 subs on this level, which is just crazy. Okay, I think Grievous is going to jump away one more time here in a second. But very easy fight if you know what you're doing. Yep, he takes damage from the thing we already blew up. And down. Easy peasy. Just how screwed up they are after the fact that they would not let me take even and come in an hour late to go to the fucking doctor. And pretty much told me ignore them in the future and just go to the fucking doctor. Okay, worst level in the game. I hate this level. It's the longest level in the game, and it's one of the most obnoxious. I don't like this level. Defense of Kashyyyk. I don't want to play this level. It annoys me. Even in free play, it's really fucking annoying. So I would like to knock out the studs the first time through. This is one of the few levels where I'm going to be extremely careful on going through it, because I really don't want to have to deal with going for true Jedi in free play, because in free play the stud amounts are actually higher, for those who didn't know. Yeah, in free play the stud amounts that you need are actually higher. Getting pretty warm in your area since last week? Nice! Well, I hope that you like the warmth. I love the warmth, and I want the warmth. I hate the cold. I've made that very clear for years. I've consistently stuck with that opinion. I hate the cold. Why I could never do Cincinnati again, during the winter at least. If you can force this at least. Aha! Mini kit! I was wondering what that did. For some reason I thought it gave me studs. We will not play this level again until we actually have the mini kit detector, because anything to avoid ever playing this level again for the rest of my life I will be happy with. Execute Order 66. Do. Execute Order 66. Chewie! I like this weapon. That's something that Han Solo said in one of the movies. Alright, Yoda, if you just want to hover around, light everything up for me, I'll shoot it afterward. Yeah, again, I will always stand by the idea that this is one of the worst levels in a LEGO game. At least a LEGO Star Wars game that I can remember. I've never liked this level, even as a children. It always annoyed me, because it is very long, it has an unreasonably difficult mini-kit, and of course, this game doesn't allow you to save and quit out in the middle of the level, like the later ones do. Now we must rescue 3 other Wookiees. Alright, we are 13 minutes tip-off. Like I said, that's why I'm playing this tonight, because I want to watch us probably manage to lose to Wake Forest at basketball. Which, if you lose to Wake Forest at basketball, that's pretty sad. If you're like a AAA program. Well, I say AAA, but that's video games. If you're a really good program, it's not something that you normally expect. You're not supposed to lose to Wake if you're a good program. They're the joke amongst the North Carolina schools in terms of sports. Though I guess to be fair, back when I was a lot younger, playing against Clemson was probably considered an easy win for a lot of teams in the ACC. It actually probably was true now that I look back on it. I don't understand why Yoda does this weird movement thing in this game. That was a really weird choice, and thankfully they did not bring it back in later games. But it is present in this one. It is rather odd to deal with. Studs, 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 studs. Lots of studs. And freed Wookiees. They go to their buttons that they have to press, but we're not going to go there yet. I don't know why they decided on that super weird, janky movement for Yoda in this one. I really don't get that. Like, do they have a reason behind that? Do they ever give a reason behind that? I don't know. I don't know if they ever did or not. It was the first of these LEGO games, though, so it's okay. They were allowed to make mistakes. It was the very first one. They are not expected to be perfect the first time. Well, we'll see if we can get to this one here. I think we can. We can. Let's go. Another mini kit down. Always good. My dad's going to be happy, though, because NC State won, so he's certainly going to be happy that they actually won an ACC game, which they actually, a couple years ago, they made it all the way to the Final Four, which was insane. And awesome to see happen, because that was the year we made the Elite Eight, which I never thought I would see happen. I never thought I'd see both teams do that well in a single year, ever. Never would have imagined that. Oh, so Louisville beat SMU, okay. I didn't actually see the score of that one earlier. Okay, this stupid area. I hate it, you hate it, we all hate it. Maybe if Yoda wasn't your Jedi, it might not be as bad, because at least you could have, like, someone like Qui-Gon that you can actually fucking control normally. Okay, so we are not really going to do much fighting here. We're going to collect any studs we can. And just move on from there. Again, if I haven't made it clear, I don't like this level. That's a Dark Force bridge, so we'll get that during free play, of course. You know, this stupid beach is just like the bane of my existence with this game. This is the one mini-kit that I just always dread when playing this game. Man, he will not go down. Okay, Yoda, quit bouncing. I need you. I need you to open up a grapple point. It's one of these. I don't remember which one. Okay, at least we figured it out. So we can at least warp out of here. So it's Duke and Florida State, Chapel Hill versus whoever wins our game, Virginia and NC State, and Miami and Louisville. Okay, so it should... Miami's third ranked? I don't remember them being that good this year, though. They might actually have the easiest shot, whoever's in that bracket. Maybe I was supposed to use the bridge. Oh well. I don't care. Okay, actually, before we go for the studs, let's take out the droid commanders up there before they cause serious problems. These are going to be infinitely respawning until we take them out. That's one. This one's always kind of a pain to hit. And got him. Alright, we're now free to move through the swamp as needed. Put up the platform, or whatever that is, pieces. Okay, more pieces being put into place. Yoda's movement is just so weird in this game. Been the 60s for you, nice. It's been like 70s here, which is even better. I freaking love it. I will take 100 degrees and humidity over freezing cold almost any day of the year. And I will die on that opinion. I will die on that hill. I don't care what anyone says. I will die on that hill if I need to. Definitely not a popular opinion, but I will die on that hill. Let's stand on this and see if getting all the studs does anything. I don't think it does, but just in case. And nothing. Now we pull the ARC 170 Starfighter out of the muck. Oh yeah, it's Mario Week. Yesterday was Mario Day. Okay, I don't have enough height, unfortunately. And there weren't really any deals that I wanted on the Nintendo store, unfortunately. I already own a number of the Mario games. Now, there might be others that are on Switch 2, like Mario Kart World Tour, or whatever it's called, but I don't own a Switch 2 yet. And don't really see any reason to own a Switch 2, because Tamagotchi Life is coming out on the regular Switch, so that's like the only Switch game I care about right now. It comes out next month, but it's coming out on the Switch, so literally no reason for me to own a Switch 2 at this point. Unless my Switch 1 just completely dies on me or something. They're in sale at GameStop. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They have better deals than the Nintendo Online store. Alright, so we can't get that mini kit yet, unfortunately. We'll get it later. Yeah, like something in the corner there. Blue studs. Yeah, I love how there's an achievement for not dying as Yoda when dying as him is very easy with how weirdly his character actually controls. Two blue studs, 2,000 studs total, very useful. To get the Division 1 download so we can start working on it. The Platinum for that game was fun. I did enjoy the Platinum for it. I just despise the DLC for it, as many of you guys that are longer-term viewers probably know. The DLC was just one of the most horrific experiences I've ever gone through in my entire life with trophies. Platinum, great. DLCs, not so much. There's a DLC in that game that was so bad it made me want to quit going for the game and never get the trophies. Or never get the one trophy tied to it. So it wouldn't have been worth the effort. Thankfully I got carried through it, and I will not be ashamed to say that I did get carried through it. We gotta be getting... Yeah, we're pretty close to True Jedi, so hopefully we can get it here. 10-year-old game. That's crazy, yeah, because it came out in like 2015 or 2016. That's crazy. How many studs we need? 46,000, presumably. Okay, he was annoying, but not a problem. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, when I was in the airport on Sunday when I got back, just completely miserable at everything after all the travel problems, I tried to buy a Lego set from one of those Lego vending machines. It was one that I technically already have, but I wouldn't mind having another duplicate of. And guess what? The machine didn't work! So I gotta hopefully get a refund from... Well, I will get a refund from them eventually. Either that or Amex is gonna dispute the charge, and they're gonna pay for it regardless, but still. I forgot about that part of the story. That was another part of my shit show of a trip. It would have been nice if one thing would have gone right while traveling, because I have very, very bad luck when it comes to traveling, as has been made quite clear at this point. Second game is still going strong. Second game is still going strong. I mean, it had a DLC last year, which is so weird. Yeah, it literally had a DLC last year out of nowhere. That's still, like, one of the most unexpected DLCs I've ever seen. Just, like, out of nowhere, a random extra DLC. It wasn't a hard DLC, but it was just completely out of nowhere that no one was expecting. Yeah, that was another aspect of my travel woes that I forgot to tell you guys about on Monday, so there's more to it. How literally everything goes wrong when I try to travel anywhere, it seems like. Okay, I'm not sure if we can get the one on top yet. We might be able to. Well, if I have to activate these beacons and then destroy them, because that seems counterproductive. Nope, we need a super jump character for it. Or maybe we don't. Hang on. Yeah, we need a super jump. Fair enough. Best you get out of the way now. Oh yeah, who knows when it'll go down. Hopefully you've got time, but you never know. Execute Order 66. Okay, there's only 2 more story-driven characters, and the rest are purchasable. At least we got the stud meter done. Thank God, we don't have to worry about that again. 2 more levels, let's go! Gonna get the Platinum and Resistance Retribution tomorrow. Sounds good. Yeah, I was not the biggest fan of that game. I didn't hate it, but I was not a huge fan of it, by any means. So the funny thing about this scene is that apparently the clones disguised as Jedi was going to be a part of the movie of episode 3, but it got cut at the last second. but stayed in the game because the game actually released before the movie did. Supposedly, that's what I've heard. I don't know if that's entirely true. Oh yeah, you're not going to find a lot of people still playing Division 1. Division 2 still has enough of a fan base, you might still find people, but first game, probably not. Okay, thankfully we're not doing all the stupid jumping around as Yoda now. Yeah, there's not going to be very many people online, that's for sure, especially in the first game, because there were already very few online when I went for it back in, like, 2018 or whenever I did it, or 2019. Alright, let's build those up. Shoot at me. Good boy. Get this one out. Is that gonna be enough? Possibly. It's gonna be close. Nope, we still need Jar Jar to get up there. Okay, that's fine. I'll make Dark Zone easier. I will say I'd be worried that Dark Zone's just gonna be full of the tryhards that are, you know, hardcore players of the game plus the hackers. Because I boosted the Dark Zone stuff back in the day, because that game has actually, from what I remember, it has a more difficult Dark Zone than the second game does. I might be wrong, but I think it has a more difficult Dark Zone than the second game. Which, I mean, the second game still isn't necessarily an easy Dark Zone by any means, because it still has some rather annoying trophies tied to it. I don't know, it's been so long since I played the game, I really wouldn't remember. Okay, we're doing good on studs, over 12,000. Let's head on in. Do you plan on playing the missions on hard with a group so you can work on the trophies? Sounds good. Yeah, if you have a group, there's nothing in the base game that's all that hard. Especially with a group. There's nothing much really to worry about in the base game. It's really just the DLCs that are most of the problems in that game. And we're going to get attacked by training drones, which is a super random enemy. I don't know why they're just in this and there's like one level for like 1 or 2 scenes here. It's super random. I'm not against it, I just think it's very weird. Very random. Okay, we're over halfway there. This level is not as long as the previous one, but it is kind of one of the longer ones in the game, from what I remember. Into the council chambers, where there are pizzas available. Ow. They actually killed me. No. How do you keep... Sir, you can't keep escaping like that. That's not cool. I think that was a burger. A glass of wine. A giant pizza. Need someone for the Dark Zone? Yeah. You're going to want to boost that with someone else. It's going to make your life a lot easier. All the pizzas and the burgers. And get the glasses as well. Okay, over 20,000 studs on this level, so not bad. Gotta be good for our totals. There's a few more down here. Let's grab them. Oh, yeah, free studs. I'll take them. Because we need all the studs we can get in this game. No multipliers, which again absolutely sucks. That we just... It's the one and only game that really doesn't have any multipliers, at least on console. At least the traditional LEGO design of games. And we get attacked before we can finish the structure. Of course we do. And the two halves are reconnected. And I get nothing for it, apparently. Those will activate here in a second. We got another room to go to first. I bet I can kill myself to get to that, right? I can't? I can, okay, good. I lost a lot of studs for that, but I could get it, so thankfully. I was worried there that the game was just going to be like, nope, you actually have to have R2-D2 to do it. I lost a lot of studs, but that's okay. Alright, we build a ladder out of chairs. And we grab our mini kit. Let's go. I think at level 4 in the game didn't play a lot of it. Well, at least you're starting somewhere. Could be worse. Also level 4 and 2. Oh, gotcha. Well, the second game's easier anyway. Second game's a lot more fun, a lot easier to get through everything. It's got more players, you can get carried through the raids. These Dark Force things. Nothing we can do about that. Nothing we knew about that. Break it. See what's on the left here. Nothing, nothing. And then we're going to force this eventually, but we can't do so yet, so got to go through this area of stuff. Okay, that one's active. We can't get up there yet because we don't have a super jump. All the extra studs are great. Hit the button. Hit the switch. Carried in one, but for the trophy not getting down during a mission. Yeah, definitely try to get carried because, like, I don't know if I got carried in the base game for one. I might have. Mini kit, I'll take it. I definitely got carried in some of the DLC, but I can't remember if I got carried in the base game. Alright, we can't get up to that. In the back, I'm gonna take care of it because you'll die easily. That's base game. Okay, yeah. So yeah, definitely do it for base game if you can. It'll make things easier in certain areas, but the DLC is a lot harder than the base game. All right, this is Anakin killing younglings, except that him killing Shakti or whatever was another cut scene from the movie. It was cut out of the movie. Interestingly, for those who don't know. 736,000. Let's go. We got one level left, but first, I think we're going to go back to the second episode and get those couple of levels done that are not completely finished yet. That way we can unlock the bonus level. Okay, Gunship Cavalry. I can't replay this in free play? What? Okay, now I'm confused. Can you not do the vehicle levels in free play in this game? Or am I just missing something? Okay. We got all the mini kits, so I don't know why we wouldn't be allowed to replay the level in free play to just skip the cutscenes and stuff. Maybe you can't replay them in free play in this game. I just forgot. We're still alive for now. Break everything. And we missed one over there. That should be okay. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Okay, there was nothing I could do about that. The game literally wouldn't let me turn it up to the left. Healing items, stay away from the laser, get studs. Alright, we're there, and off to the final battle of this. Short level, I just don't know why there's no free play option. I could have sworn there was one, but I guess there isn't. This area wouldn't be bad if it wasn't on a timer, and a rather strict one at that. Oh, we're cutting it close, but we got it. Alright, this time the level's cleared, so we don't have to worry about that one anymore. And go back to the diner so we can do this in free play. Let's go ahead and knock out Count Dooku's level, get all the studs, and get all the mini-kits. So I guess you can't do those in free play. Huh, interesting. I could have sworn you could, but I guess not. Okay, Count Dooku boss fight. We get to do it in free play. This is a short level. There's one out here. Did I actually kill myself to get it? I guess so. Hey, Sweet Plays, what's up? Oops. I killed one of his droids. I am still surprised I did not get all the studs needed the first time throwing this level. Got more LEGO Dimension stuff, got the Mission Impossible DLC pack. I did not know there was LEGO for Mission Impossible. I did not know that was a thing. That's actually insane. Kind of cool, but definitely not something I expected. Alright, so over here... Oh, great. Yeah, Yoda's gonna be a bit of a problem, isn't he? Okay, you need to switch from Yoda. I don't want you playing as Yoda, because you're just gonna be a problem. Ooh, there we go. Lots of studs out of that. It's the only thing related to Mission Impossible. Okay, then. That's just crazy, though, because I did not know there was anything LEGO for Mission Impossible. Why would you switch to Yoda? Back to a Force user. That's 6. We're still not even close on studs. Okay, so there's one. Okay, so there's a child hatch here, so let's just try to knock out everything now. That was surprising. Too slow on it. Okay, that's fine. That's 7. Play as young Boba Fett. That's 8. Where's the other 2? Was a LEGO thing you're shocked they made? I'm curious to hear what it is. LEGO Powerpuff Girls? You know, that actually doesn't surprise me as much as some things probably would. I feel like that would be like a precursor to LEGO Friends or something, where they're just trying to break into the, like, female market for LEGOs and such. Alright, so True Jedi's good, so we don't care about studs now, because we get hardly any studs for this level anyway. Okay, jump, jump, jump. No. Is this ledge, like, invisible or something? That's 9. let's get 10. I think he would know not to attack a Sith Lord. Okay, come on. Okay, hopefully we can hover to it. We got it. Alright, that's all the mini-kits on this level. We are good. Mini-kits and stud meter are full. I think Powerpuff Girls was something for females only. And that's true, it probably wasn't. I never really watched it much when I was younger. I've seen a few episodes of it, but I was never, like, big into it or anything. I feel like it had fewer males than something like Totally Spies would have. And then he uses this thing again. Thankfully, Obi-Wan is powerful enough to knock that back. 3 hits the charm. Okay, easy enough. 16 out of 17 levels, plus a bunch of studs. Let's go. In all honesty, I may buy the mini-kit detector first, just because it's more practical. Alright, so that is 2 levels of Episode 2 fully completed. Jedi Battle still has 5 mini-kits. 5 mini-kits for Droid Factory, and 5 mini-kits per Camino. That's 150,000 studs right there. Plus 4 levels in Episode 1, so that's 200,000, so that's 350,000. Plus 5 levels here. So that's 600,000 studs just from that, so... Is buying the mini-kit detector the best option here? And we have to buy it all anyway, and we're going to need 1,000,000 studs for invincibility eventually anyway. And there's no real need for anything that isn't invincibility in this game. Like, invincibility is not going to be that useful in this version of the game. Alright guys, I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. We're going to continue on. We're going to do the Darth Vader level, get some studs and all sorts of stuff like that. So, yeah, we're going to be finishing the main story tonight, but we've got a ways to go. Cares about gender, you like what you like. Agreed, absolutely. But I'll be right back. Okay, much better. Let's just say that. Unisex back in the good days of Cartoon Network. Heck yeah. That's not me being sick. That's something that went down the wrong pipe. I hate when that happens. And then Eddie's still your favorite. You see, the thing is, for me, I didn't really grow up on Cartoon Network. Hey, Robbie, what's up? Pink Panther. I remember the movies, the couple of movies that we got. They were dumb, but fun to watch. Darth Vader. But yeah, I never really watched much of Cartoon Network. I watched a few things on there. But I was definitely less invested in Cartoon Network than I was in Nickelodeon as a kid. I remember the live action stuff though, when you had Destroy, Build, Destroy, and the game show where you had to ride roller coasters while answering questions. And I mean, they still had some bangers at the time. Like, obviously, you say Ed, Ed and Eddie. They had Adventure Time later on. They had Total Drama. Playing the new Zombies map, Paradox Junction. It's Nuketown. It's alright. One thing that's cool is that you can transition from a pre-nuke to a post-nuke. Okay, so at least they tried to do something slightly innovative with it. So, when it comes to farming studs in this game, a lot of people suggest to play this intro area of this level. If you stay back and grab all the studs, you actually can get quite a few. But honestly, when I was trying to do it, I didn't feel like it was all that good for studs. Like, I felt like it just didn't give me that many, if that makes any sense. I feel like it didn't give me anywhere near as many as I would have liked for the amount of effort. I mean, it's very little effort, excuse me, but just like, I felt like it was way better to go for the bonus level, because I felt like you would get way more studs faster if you like really wanted to. If you were willing to put in just a little bit of effort toward it. Because that one's definitely the lower effort one. Definitely the lowest effort way to farm studs. And that, of course, has its places, but at the same time, it's just not fast enough, in my opinion. Alright, lots of stuff down here. And you don't keep studs when you back out of levels, either. Disney and Nick are garbage now. Disney, I don't know, because I never really watched it to begin with. I was mostly Nickelodeon. But yeah, Nickelodeon, I'm sure, is garbage now, because I think all that's left on Nickelodeon is just whatever season of The Loud House they're on and whatever season of SpongeBob they're on. I don't think they have anything else going for them anymore. And, like, The Loud House was good in its first couple of seasons, but it really started to fall off. It got a lot more boring. Not gonna lie, I liked Adventure Time as a kid, and I see it as cringe. Third Dimensions has Adventure Time. Well, we're gonna get Adventure Time in Power Wash Sim 2. That's actually the first DLC, which is crazy. Stud farming, always an annoying grind. This game, it's worse than most, though, because there's no stud multipliers in this game. You also need far fewer studs total, but there's no stud multipliers, so it just makes it worse. Because you need about 4 million studs total to purchase everything. Which doesn't really seem like a lot. Yeah, they're still making SpongeBob. That show is not dead by any means. It actually had a bit of a resurgence at one point. They actually made some decent modern seasons, from what I've seen. Like, some of the modern seasons are not that bad in comparison to what we were getting for a while. How's it even possible? I don't know, but they still do it. SpongeBob still generates money, and that's all that matters to them is money, 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 money. I also don't know where this is going. That's 8. Alright, perfect. That's all we can get here. We can't get the last 2 yet anyway, so that's fine. The last two require other characters, so that's okay. It's been like 27 years. Yep. Didn't Skywalker Saga have a long grind? Skywalker Saga didn't have a long grind for studs. It had a long grind for all the other stuff you had to get in the game, but studs I don't remember being a problem, because you can get the multipliers early enough on that you can easily end up with hundreds of billions of studs by the time the game's over. The Zombies map is nice visually, plus you're getting 3 more maps that are originals. Oh, that's good then. So at least giving you something. For the handful of you that still support Black Ops 7. Okay, let's go. It's a filler map, but the Easter egg hasn't been solved yet. Did it come out today? If so, that might be a record. Oh, I'm not doing well. I actually lost. Fine if they won it as long as the show's still good. Just can't say the same for other companies. Yeah, because, like, there's some good stuff that still comes out of them. There's still some good modern episodes. There's not as many as there once were, and they're nowhere near the classics that we grew up on. Chocolate with Nuts, Band Geeks, all the classics. Been like 10 hours now. That is definitely one of the longest of the modern era. Hey, there we go. 2 achievements. Let's go. I hate you! It's the longest since Cold War Zombies. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely one of the longer times. Companies that are blind and allergic to money. Yeah, Bethesda would be one of them for not giving us Fallout 3 Remastered yet, or Fallout New Vegas Remastered. They exist, for sure. Or not giving us Far Cry 2 Remastered from Ubisoft. Nuketown, that's surprising because it's not that big. Yeah, it's not a big map, so that is surprising they wouldn't have figured it out yet. Because people, I remember the days of the old achievement and trophy hunting for those games, like in Black Ops 1 and stuff, where it was just like next-gen tactics and the old-ass channels that were looking for Easter egg solutions. And they would do just giant live streams to figure them out back in the day, and videos of every single individual step that were like a minute long. I still remember those good old days. I remember the old machinima people. Well, I'd still say it's cool for... Out of all of them, Wicked Shrapnel's doing really well because, like... Now he's just living off of, I guess, his money and stuff, and he's just, you know, traveling Asia, Southern Asia. And just, like, living the dream of traveling Southern Asia without actually working. But he is doing YouTube videos, and they're pretty good. Of just touring it. Band Geeks is the best. Heck yeah. Warner Bros., when they made Joker 2, can't believe that crap went through. Nah, they saw the idea of it being a sequel to a highly successful movie, and they immediately assumed dollar signs. While being wrong. Alright, let's do the bonus level. Black Ops 2 Nuketown. Oh, I remember that map. I like that map. It just didn't have much of an Easter egg to it. Didn't even have an Easter egg to it? I think it had a little bit of Easter egg information to it, but not a true one. Oh no, this music is copyrighted. This is gonna be copyrighted, isn't it? I was trying to drown out the sound of it, but that is gonna be copyrighted. I think it has some side Easter eggs, but that was it. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it was mostly a survival map, and I used to play it all the time. Top 10 worst sequels, by the way. It's probably up there, but I feel like I can think of other movies that might be up there as well. Like the Star Wars sequel trilogy, the entire Star Wars sequel trilogy, the Starship Troopers sequels, which apparently we're getting a Helldivers movie, by the way, which is awesome. This is based off of Starship Troopers. All the studs we can get on this level, because this is the best level in the game for studs. Not probably up there, definitely up there. American Psycho 2. I didn't know that was a thing, but I could see why that would probably be one of the worst. Or all the 12 million Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequels. Because I remember me and the girl I was dating at the time, we watched the one from like 2022. And I'll admit, it was actually pretty funny just making fun of the stupid leftist getting murdered by the giant chainsaw psychopath, but it was not a good movie by any means. Matt Yotai's Legends came out yesterday, pretty grindy. Yeah, I saw the list. I did actually see that list. At least it means there's nothing that I wasn't really expecting from it when I eventually decide to do Ghost of Yotai. Level 25 with all the classes, the raids, the survival, yep. Later season SpongeBob doesn't exist to you. Most of it's not very good, but they've had a few bangers here and there, so... Nothing as good as the classics, but there are some episodes that are not that bad by any means. The new movies, though, are pretty terrible. Oh no, that one's still blocked off. Okay, hang on. Oh, I hate these. When the game's just like, nope, we're not going to count things correctly. Alright, let them all reset. Same J, saw the reviews for Scream 7, it's pretty bad. I never watched any of the Scream movies. Which I will say, Final Destination Bloodlines was legitimately pretty good. Surprisingly. That movie was actually pretty good. Maybe it's because I have a massive crush on Brett Bassinger, but... the movie itself actually was not bad. Okay, let it clear. Someone's original Christmas episode. Hell yeah, man, that is a freaking classic. It's shaping up to be a wonderful holiday. Not your average, normal, everyday. Sounds like someone fell my own coral tree. SpongeBob, Patrick, why'd you do this to me? The world feels like it's in Loverly. Go away before I harm you bodily. This Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. There'll be shopping, decorating, and plenty of snow. Hey, Patrick, who's that under the mistletoe? The mistletoe. What, who, me? Would you look at the time I should go? People seem a little more brotherly. Here's a special gift from you to me. Even all the trash on Christmas, it smells so sweetly. 'Cause Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. Yada da 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 da. That's when SpongeBob dances weird. What do you want? Can't you see that I'm busy? Come outside, we've got something for you to see. SpongeBob, take this stuff down immediately. Chestnuts roasting and birds in the 3rd degree. Tonight things are as good as they seem to be. A star on top shall complete all the scenery. This Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. This Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. I still know that song, man. I still know that one. I still freaking know that one. SpongeBob in the vents and the Krusty Krab. Oh, Krusty Krab. Oh, Krusty Krab. I think I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of the episode. I know which one you're talking about, though. I feel like an asshole, yep. Okay, let's focus here as to why I can't get this to work. It's like random ones go out for no reason, like... Is there a certain one I have to start with? Everyone is an idiot except for me. Very true, Mr. Squidward. Okay, why was I struggling so much with that? I swear that's not that hard, right? Is there only a certain order that actually works on that one? That I was too busy singing the SpongeBob Christmas song to recognize? I still remember the one when it's like, when he gets poached by the chum bucket. And he actually sings like a really, really sad song about missing the Krusty Krab. This kitchen feels like... I don't remember what the words are to it. It's like, this kitchen doesn't feel right without you. It's just a grill, it's just a greasy spoon without you. Or Gary Come Home, that's another fucking banger. Gary Come Home. Gary Come Home. Gary Come Home. Didn't get that as kids. Remember the Halloween episode? Yeah, when they all get turned into snails. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Will you all shut up? And Patrick throws an old shoe at him and, like, beams Squidward in the head. Game. Let's hope I'm building this correctly, because I don't actually remember if I'm doing it in the correct order or not. So yeah, once you get this level down, you can do it in about 11 minutes. You can get 100,000 studs per run, on average. So to me, it's the best way to get studs in this game. No. Go to that, thank you. Every blue stud we can get. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're going to get well over 100,000 studs. Stupid rebel. Rebel scum. You rebel scum. I will take all them studs, though, that's for sure. I'm surprised the new Zombies map will be the most played map in Black Ops 7, meaning it's Nuketown. At least you never have to touch the multiplayer. Very true. I am not looking forward to when I eventually go back to Black Ops 7 because I hated playing the game at all when it released. Such a mess. It was such a bad game on release. And I'm not sure they've learned their lesson because they're literally doing Black Ops Battle Royale version 2. Or whatever it's called. It's called, what is it called? Like Warzone 2.0, whatever the fuck it is. It's a new Battle Royale mode in 2026. You know, at a time in which Battle Royale is not important to anyone on the planet. Like, literally no one cares about Battle Royale at this point. But they're doing a Battle Royale mode. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be getting trophies. Thank God, or else we'd be in serious trouble. Black Ops 2.0, yep. And thank God it doesn't get trophies, because we'd be in trouble if it did. Because that'd be something I would have to play. Won't even touch it? I don't blame you. I wouldn't touch it either. Unless it had trophies, in which case I would have to touch it because of the way they've screwed up the trophy listings for games. I wish this fan would stay active for like a few extra seconds. This is one of the best runs I've had of this particular level, though. 120,000+. This is actually a very, very, very good run of this level. Usually you get about 100 to 110,000, much less 120. And we're not even done yet. We might get 130. Which would be insane for this level, because I've never gotten that many on this level. Maybe the stud values are a little bit different on the PS2 version. Like, maybe the PS2 version gives you more? Maybe that's a thing? I don't know. Because we're going to hit 130,000 on this. Which I think is more than I ever got on the GameCube version. So maybe this version has a few more studs to it. Or I just got a super lucky run is also possible. Apparently the RCXD trophy from Black Ops 6 is still glitched. You know what? I'm not even surprised. It's not like they actually care about the players, so I'm not even surprised at that. Okay, over 130,000 studs, so that is pretty damn good for this level. So it's a new bug? What will it take for them to fix their shit? I know what it'll take for them to fix their shit. It'll take people actually standing up to them and fighting back against them for doing stupid shit like this. In all honesty, it's the only way it's ever going to happen. Okay, we are now Darth Vader, which is awesome. We have 200,000 studs, but we need invincibility is the next thing we need. Who do we have here that's cheap? Anyone that's cheap? Yep, cheap clones. We can purchase those. They're only a few thousand total. Princess Leia, why not? Alright, so with that, we've got some cleanup to begin. Negotiations, 100% done. Invasion of Naboo, 100% done. Escape from Naboo, we gotta do this one next. So let's start the cleanup. Cleanup on aisle 4. All right. So how do I get to that? I'm pretty sure there's a platform I have to build for it. We're at least good on normal studs, so it's just beating the levels at this point with all the mini kits. But we will collect all the studs that we can. Shoot me! They're all idiots, wonderful. Can you actually shoot me when I ask you to shoot me, please? Instead of when I'm trying to force that. Okay, you know what? You're gonna be assholes to me. You're all gonna die. Put them all in place. Oh yeah, droids don't have ascension guns, by the way. I forgot about that. Yeah, droids don't have ascension guns for some reason. Only clones and other humans do. What does this do? Anything? Studs. No mini kits here, though. I think we're the hardest zombies trophies in a COD game. Well, I never did Black Ops 4, so I can't speak to Black Ops 4. But of the games that I did, World at War was not that hard, of course. Black Ops 1 had some annoying ones, but I wouldn't consider it the hardest. Black Ops 2 definitely was a challenge at times. Black Ops 3 probably would have been harder, but I did get carried through the, entirety of it, except for some of Origins. Or, not Zombie Origins, I mean, the Zombie Chronicles pack, which included Origins, which I actually did get carried through Origins, but all the other maps I did myself. So I would say for the games that I actually played, probably Black Ops 3? Or maybe Black Ops 6? And then Black Ops 2 is also kind of up there. So yeah, those would be some of the more difficult ones to me, if I had to guess. Because, like, Black Ops 1 is not that hard for zombies overall. It's got some challenges to it, but it's not as hard as some of the others. Cold War, same thing. It's not that hard in comparison to some of the others. Okay, switch to R2 to hover. And up. You should obey your master. A handful of Black Ops 2 zombie servers to go back to, all co-op stuff. Origins, Mob, and Buried. Okay, Mob is pretty easy. Mob is not a hard map in the slightest. You should be able to get through Mob pretty easily. Mob was probably the one that caused me the least problems out of the 4 DLC maps. Die Rise was annoying, to be fair, but it wasn't necessarily difficult. It was more of an annoying map than a difficult map. Yeah, Buried has a very bad Easter egg to deal with. I am not a fan of that Easter egg. I really just don't enjoy that one. You got an Arby's ad again? You have the most consistent bad luck with Arby's ads of anyone that I've ever talked to. Okay, this is a child hash that we can go through. Is there something actually up here of use? Or is it... Nope, there's a mini-kit up here, so there is a reason for that. 7 out of 10. Perfect. 3 more to go. That's just ridiculous, though, you get that many Arby's ads. Like, I do have YouTube Premium, I will admit that, because I think that's probably the one subscription service that's really, really worth it. Because like, you get a lot of free movies with YouTube Premium, and just YouTube is actually unusable if you do the free version at this point. It's literally unusable because it's so broken with the ads and shit. It shouldn't be that way in the first place, but it is literally unusable if you're not willing to use ads, so... Or if you're not willing to block ads. And it detects certain ad blockers out there. And I don't even know who we're enriching at this point, because it's mostly just, like, shitty creators that get any sort of, like, publicity on the platform anymore. It's just shitty creators and Mr. Beast that get all the promotion at this point. Like, normal, everyday people don't get anything. I mean, I'm sure that Indian creators get plenty of publicity with it because it's run by Indians now, so I'm sure that they give the unfair publicity to their own people. You guys know my opinions on Indians and my very negative opinions that those actually are. Very much justified negative opinions, for that matter. Now the sharpshooter step, yeah, that's by far the hardest step of Buried. That one took us, like, several hours to get through when we were doing it. Back in the good days of playing the game, that one took several hours. Well, I say several, probably like 2 hours, technically, would be the correct wording for it. But still, 2 fucking hours of dealing with that shit was awful. Okay, so how do we get to this one, then? How are we still missing 3? What the fuck? Are they not showing up on the map? Now they are. How am I still missing 2 more on this level? What? There's no arrow on this entire level of the game. Where else are there mini-kits? Well, now I'm slightly concerned because the game says there's mini-kits here that I didn't see. Well, let's dive in, but I don't know where the ones I missed were. Like, I don't know where I could have missed anything at. I thought I was playing pretty well. I guess I wasn't, so let's jump back in and let's see what I missed, because that's really embarrassing. Pod racing level's done, it's just the other levels after that that are not done. I thought I found everything. I guess not. So let's go check it out. Let's see what I actually managed to miss. I'm sure it's something dumb. With my luck, it's probably something very dumb. I probably missed something very, very obvious. There is no arrow on this level, on this area of the level, so we're good here. Yeah, absolutely nothing is showing on this particular level, so... Well, the studs are at least beneficial. I'm not mad about those. Because we need millions of them, so that's not that big a deal. And there's nothing listed here either, which is what's so weird. So what could I have missed with this level? There's no arrows anywhere on the map, so what could I have missed? There's no arrows, so... Here? Potentially is the only thing I think of. What could I have missed? Like, seriously, what could I have missed? Because there's no arrows on the map, so... Because I don't see an arrow on the map. I don't know if you guys do, but I don't. Okay, so let's hit that. I don't see a single indicator in this level. That's what doesn't make sense, is there's no indicator for this level. I have it turned on, correct? It's on, so... the game is not telling me what mini-kits I'm missing. It's actually not telling me. So this is actually a bug. Like, this is a legitimate bug in the game. It's not telling me what I'm missing. This is a legitimate bug in the game. They are not going to tell me what I'm missing. That's really messed up. Because you guys saw me play through this whole level. There are no items missing on this level. But the collectible detector says that there are 2 things missing. But the arrow says there's nothing missing. So, I don't know what it wants me to do for that level. Like, I really don't know what it wants me to do. Because I'm not doing anything wrong, the game is just telling me that there's nothing there. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to find. Like, I really don't know what the game expects me to find. So, let's go to another level instead. Pod Race is done. Theed Palace will go here next. Hopefully this one's a little bit less fucking broken. Because clearly that earlier level is actually broken and it doesn't actually record things correctly. Because I found everything in that level, but the game does not give it to me. It doesn't even mark the arrow like it's supposed to. So I just love when games don't actually work the way they're designed to work. And the way they're paid to actually work, because there's nothing... Okay, there is one here. There's exactly one here. I know exactly where it is. Will the game actually let me get to it or not? Yeah, that's a big question, is will the game actually let me get to it? Even if I get that one, though, what's it going to matter? Because there's probably going to be other unobtainable stuff in this level. Oh, come on, game. Okay, that's 6 out of 10. Let's go. Okay, put that up. Put that up. Okay, that hallway's good. There is one coming up, though, that we definitely need to hit. Okay, we're up by 18 with 13 minutes to go, so that's a good thing. Let's see if we manage to screw it up like we normally do. Yep, we got Dark Force lights to light up. Put that into place. Put all those into places, Dark Lord Vader. That's number 8. No, that's only number 7. Never mind. So there's still 3 more on this level somehow. I have no idea where, and I have no idea how I missed the one on the previous level because I thought I played through it multiple times without seeing any arrows. Whatever. It's not like it actually matters. There's no arrows here, so, like, there's nothing related to the Force here, which is what's so weird. Yeah, there's nothing here. No Force stuff whatsoever, so... Great, there's a gate there that we can't get through yet. Go through as the smallest member of the group, because why not? Use the Force on various objects, because why not? Nothing is showing up on the map. So if there are collectibles here, they're not showing up. Which I know there's collectibles in this area because I remember not getting them in the first playthrough, so... Are they just not going to show up? Or maybe I did get this one. Okay, maybe I did get this one. Okay, so I did get that one. Never mind. So I actually did get all of the things here in the first run, surprisingly. Okay, just jump up to here, please, and just save everyone time. Okay, is it just me or the arrows not actually appearing that are supposed to appear? Yeah, I feel like it's not popping up the notifications that it's supposed to with the characters and shit. Yeah, there's one right there, but it's like it's not popping up on screen when I have the arrow there. It's like it's not appearing whatsoever. I don't know why it's not appearing. There's nothing I can do about that if the game just decides not to show things that are there. It's a serious problem. There's still 2 more on this level, and I don't know where they are. And the game just is not going to show them to me correctly because something's off with the tracker. Yeah, something is very off with the tracker because there's no way it should be showing nothing. It's saying there's somehow 2 more? Where? Like, where the hell could they even be at? Yeah, seriously, where the... Okay, there's one. There is one in here, so that's at least one of them. But where the hell was the other one? Yeah, where the hell was the last one? Okay, so that's one of them. The last one's probably in here, if we had to guess. But I don't know where. Actually, now that I think about it, I think there is one on one of the ledges up here on the right side of the level. Something over there. Destroy that block. That was also useless. Go down, please. Okay. Excuse me? Well, I know I'm missing something because I know there's more to this than just this. I know there's more to this than just what I'm seeing here. Yep, there it is. There's the last mini-kit, so I found it. It's just getting to it is the problem. But how do I get up there? Well, at least I found it. That's what matters here. I can't make that jump for some reason. I don't know why I can't make that jump, because that is not a jump that has ever been a problem in the past. Yeah, that is not a jump that has ever been a problem in my past, so I don't know why it chooses to be a problem now. I guess we just have to get to one of those upper ledges over there? Maybe? Okay, great. No one cares about that part of it. So that is what I had to do. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We got through it. I'm not mad. We got through it. I will take it. Alright, we'll take it. Level clear. Alright, Darth Maul's our next level. Let's go ahead and knock this one out. Let's go ahead and knock out Darth Maul. Alright, this level has some rather annoying bricks to it. So we first got to block for a second. Perfect. That's 2. Alright, grab some studs, grab the bridge. There's one right there, but there's also one behind the open door up there, and it's one of the most annoying ones in the game. From what I remember, it's one of the most, like, broken ones in the entire game. Alright. Okay, is it an R2 panel or a C3PO panel? I can't tell. It's an R2 panel. Wonderful. Okay, so this is one of the hardest mini-kits in the entire game by far. I may not be able to get it while not invincible, unfortunately. Yeah, this is one of those that was so clearly untested by the devs. It's easily the hardest mini-kit in the entire game, aside from the one on Kashyyyk. Because it's one they clearly never even bothered to test. Yeah, it's one they very clearly never even bothered to test when this game was in its testing phase, so... Yeah, I don't think this is going to be doable without the invincibility cheat. It's one of those things that makes no sense to be in the game at all. I wonder if I can roll it as a, actually, this might actually work. Hang on. But why do they attack him? Why do they attack the Droideka? They don't normally attack the Droidekas. That doesn't make sense. It's like this level was designed entirely for torture of the player. Well, what exactly am I supposed to do? Because I'm going as fast as humanly possible. Okay, this is not doable unless you have the infinite health cheat. So this is actually not possible unless you were invincible. So that's ridiculous. That should not be an issue. That's completely ridiculous. That shouldn't be a thing in the game. But they allow it to be a thing in the game. Because they didn't actually test it. Such a stupid fucking achievement that shouldn't be in the game at all. Alright, let's go for the other ones first. Because that one is actually unobtainable unless you have invincibility, which is actually ridiculous. That should not be a thing. But the developers did not bother to make things fair or reasonable. Alright, up the stupid Camino level. Like, is the collectible detector even gonna work, though? Because that's a big thing. Like, I don't think the detector actually works. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, the collectible detector doesn't even work in this version of the game. There's a lot of things on screen, and the game literally will not track them. This version of this game literally does not work right. That's not okay. They should have fixed that, but it isn't fixed. It's an actual issue. It's like it doesn't matter what I do, the game just does not track the whole special thing. There's no arrows on the screen for the most of the time, so I don't know why they thought this was fair. Like, you're not gonna put the arrows and stuff on the screen to show me where the collectibles are? Oh, now you're gonna show them? Yeah, it took you like half the game to actually decide to start showing them. Oh yeah, you claim we're actually gonna show them now. I'm sure that you are totally showing the truth with them. That's just super fucking annoying, like... You're so lazy you couldn't program this to, like, actually put things in the game that should be there? Like, seriously, even so, it's so dumb. It shouldn't be a problem. That's the big thing, is that it should not be a problem. It shouldn't be a concern at all. Make sure there's nothing over here. Nope, we're good. We're good on that way. Takes us to there. That takes us to that one. Got the mini kit. So that's 8, correct? Yep, that's 8 of them. Make sure I didn't miss something easy. Didn't think so. And there's Jango Fett, who turns on us immediately. Hey, monster. Get all them studs when we need them. And since we're about to go into a really fun moment, I'm actually going to turn the music on. As we're about to go into a very fun little Easter egg that I didn't get to show off the first time because of music problems. So let's play it. I need something to go well in tonight's stream because of the way things have gone so far. There it is! The best Easter egg in the game. Do 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 do. I'm gonna moonwalk. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yep, still best Easter egg in this particular game. Turn the music right on off. Because we're only missing 2, and I know where one of them is. Yeah, I know where one of them is. It's actually kind of annoying to get because it caused me problems in the original playthrough of this game. Yeah, I know where one of them is. Alright, take all the studs. I'll take that. So there's one coming up, and I think I know where the other one is as well. This one's a little bit annoying. This one gave me some problems in the original version of the game, unfortunately. It was mostly skill, but some bad luck, to be fair. Okay, hopefully the Clone Trooper is a good choice for this. Yeah, this one is kind of a pain in the ass for no good reason. Almost. Almost first try, so that's actually better than what I had on my original runs. He shoots like an actual stormtrooper, which is wonderful. There's nothing up there either, unfortunately. Oh, it went away. Of course it did. Because why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it just go away? Okay, well that was highly annoying, but that was a lot less annoying this time around than it was the first time, so I will take it. Grab all the studs. I know where the last mini-kit is. It's in the next area, so... build that up for the astromech panel. And onto the elevator. This is where the last item is, and we're gonna get it here. Shut them both down so they stop spawning, please. Take out the Dark Force barrier, and we get our last mini-kit for the level. In this room, whatever I end up having to do with it. Alright, that was easy enough. Hit with R2. And we're off to the boss fight that we've already done multiple times in this playthrough. But at least we got through this with all the studs. That was embarrassing. a hit. Get back here. Come on, get over here, little buddy. So I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I'm tired. I honestly don't feel like playing much more of this tonight. We got a long way to go in getting this Platinum Trophy at this 100%. But at the same time, we don't really have a lot left to go. It's mostly just 100%ing levels. So I'm tired. I need to go to bed at a reasonable hour because of fucking work in the morning. So yeah, I will see you guys back here on Thursday, most likely for the next stream. If not Thursday, I will be back on Friday and we'll be playing, something. I don't know exactly what yet, but I will see you guys then.